Namaste, welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. I'm sure all of you would have enjoyed a very happy Diwali, and the week before Diwali we have done a lot of hard work, the Diwali Safai or the cleaning of the house, sprucing it up, dusting, cleaning out your cupboards, throwing away unnecessary things. Maybe some arguments also in between because of the cleaning work, and finally your house is spick and span, ready to receive any visitors, all beautifully decorated. So when you step into such a house, how do you feel? Very calm and peaceful. So your surroundings, when they are clean, a clean house gives you a calm mind. But is that enough? We have decluttered our house. But what is also important is to declutter your mind, because you decluttered your house maybe for one festive occasion, but we need to declutter our minds for our everyday happiness. Why do we need to declutter our mind? Because there is so much of noise and chatter going on continuously in our mind, and we need to rein it in, take control of it, so that we know how to relax and how to bring peace into our lives. So we have completed decluttering our houses, but in order to declutter our minds, it's not as easy as going into your inbox in your email. You just sort out your mail and then you delete whatever you want. The brain is a more complex organ. You have so many different memories which are deeply etched in the recesses of your brain, and then maybe some hurt which happened many years ago. Uh, you think of it, you're able to relive those memories, and then you feel the same hurt. Somebody said something to you maybe 15-20 years ago, and suddenly you think of it, and then you relive all that pain, all that emotion, everything goes again through your mind, and you go through that trauma once again. Is that necessary? Is it not important for you to just think of it and throw it out from your brain? When you declutter your house, generally I have 3 boxes. In say something, I have a box to keep, something to donate, and something for throwing away totally. So similarly, in your mind also, retain only what is important to you. Don't think of things which are not important and clutter your mind with all these unnecessary thoughts happening every day, all the time. Only then you will feel calm and peaceful. But then how can I declutter my mind? There is so many issues, so many things which go on. Very simple steps we can do. First step, just take a deep breath. Inhale well and then exhale. I am not asking you to sit down and do meditation for even half an hour. Just take out 5 minutes of your time. Take a deep breath and then exhale slowly. You will definitely find yourself to be much calmer when you do your work. Secondly, try to be with nature as far as possible. When you take a walk in the morning, find yourself being very calm and peaceful. Get up a little bit earlier, get up half an hour earlier every morning. Go out for this walk when it is still peaceful. Lot of action has not yet started in the world, and that time your mind feels a great calmness. We all have lives, we all have our arguments, we all have our whatever, a difference of opinion, so many other things. The best way is to just go for a walk. That's what I very often do. Whenever I have any argument, I try not to reply. What do? I just calm my mind and go for a walk. And in that walk, I think over all the things which have happened. And when I come back home, what do we do before we enter our house? We leave our footwear outside, isn't it? Similarly, when I leave my footwear outside in that shoe rack, I leave away all my worries, all my frustration, all my anger, every negative emotion before I enter the house again. It is gone, it is behind me. Now don't carry it back into the house and again continue whatever misgivings you had. Put an end to it, move on in life. That is the way to have real peace and happiness. Of course, we also can do another thing. I divide it like this. When we have a lot of worries, these are all simple things, but sometimes there are greater worries also in our life. Small things which we can take care of, but sometimes there are greater worries which are beyond our control. Maybe somebody has a relative who is going through some illness, or there is some financial problem, so many things. So in that case, I have a separate compartment, I can call it in my mind, which I call as the SFGTD box. What does that mean? Something for God to do. There's no use worrying about it. By worrying about it, is the situation going to change? No. By worrying about it, what happens? You're spoiling your present, thinking about the future, which may not even happen. So try to always live in the present. Yes, things are there. We are worried. Will I shift to that new house? Will I be able to pay up the loan? Will somebody get okay within the next 10 days? Will his marriage happen? Stop worrying. You do what you have to do and just leave it in that something for God to do box. It will be taken care of. Trust me, this I have experienced many times over the years. So this way we don't worry also. Secondly, another thing which I always do is, let us say I am very worried or frustrated, angry about something. Just divert your attention from whatever you are doing and then start doing something else. And very often I tell you, many of my cupboards get cleaned during this process, because then I calm myself, go remove all the things from the cupboard or the kitchen shelf or something and start rearranging. So what happens? Your mind is diverted, you become more calm and peaceful, and at the same time your work is also done. Now when I tell you to breathe and meditate, what happens? You need to focus on your breath. You say, okay ma'am, I'll start it, and you start taking a deep breath and exhale, and then you want to focus on your breath. But it is not so easy to control your mind. Your mind goes gallivanting. You start thinking of 100 other things to do. Did I pay my electricity bill? Will my maid come today? What happened to that thing? Did I leave it overnight in the fridge, or did I forget it on the countertop? All these things start coming. So every time your mind goes gallivanting, rein it in. Say stop, focus, come back to your breathing. And this you start as a practice, 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, till 20 minutes a day. You are absolutely able to do it without any interruption at all. After all, this life of ours is something to be enjoyed, not by worrying, not by putting off things, but just by living each day as it is. Enjoy the present as if it is a present given to you. Another thing I have noticed is, very often we start with some job and then you are distracted by your phone. Then you leave that job in half, go to attend your phone. Now as you are talking on your phone, some WhatsApp comes, okay? Then you want to distract by that WhatsApp. Then you go on to watch some reel, and this goes on, this job remains unfinished. So always have some to-do lists. So the night before going to sleep itself, prepare a schedule. These are the lists, these are the jobs which have to be done the next day. So once that is clear, you tick off all those jobs, then it will become easy for you. And also remember to slow down a bit. People talk of multitasking, but multitasking doesn't work for everyone. So it is sometimes even better to focus on one task and get the job done well. A job done is best to be done well. And another thing is, just as I told you that when we take care of our physical clutter, we have 3 boxes, that is things to keep, things to donate, and things to throw away. Similarly, when you declutter your mind also, operate with the same system. Keep only all those things which are very, very important for you. Things which are not important, just trash them. Some insult, or somebody which what somebody told you, or maybe some small mistake you did, it doesn't matter. Throw it out of the window. Keep only things which are important in your mind, so that you have a lot of space for more learning to happen. Another important tip is learning to say no. Sometimes we just accept so many responsibilities and duties, then we find it overwhelming to complete all those tasks. So learn to say no politely when you feel that it is too much of work for you. Whenever you feel any negative thought just coming up, immediately distract yourself. Start doing something else. Turn your mind away. Don't allow that thought to take root and grow and ponder over it. Sometimes it does become difficult. You are overwhelmed by so many emotions. When it becomes like that, don't keep those pent up emotions inside you because it can lead to anxiety and depression too. The best way then is to go and share your feelings with your trusted friend, with whom you can be sure that you're all in good space and you can share whatever you have in your mind with the other person. You can just unburden yourself, take out the load from your mind, and then you will definitely feel better. Similarly, when others also want to share something with you, be ready to just listen. That's what very often a person wants. Somebody just listens to you, that itself makes the other person feel more calm and peaceful. Just as we recharge our phones, our brain also needs recharging. So, one thing, at least 1 hour before bedtime, put your phones away. Many people have this habit of carrying their phones with them to bed and keep on scrolling. That way, maybe you're gone to bed at 10, but by even 11:30, 11:45, you're still continuously scrolling and watching different things. Don't do that. Your brain needs to recharge, your brain needs to rest. So, minimum 1 hour before bedtime, to begin with at least. Keep your phone away. Away doesn't mean under your pillow because then again you will be tempted to reach out for it. Keep it somewhere where you will have to get up to go and take it again. In such a place, then your brain will be calm, you'll have a good sleep, and when you get up also, you'll be fresh. So a calm, healthy body in a peaceful mind is the best way to a healthy and happy life. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen, and we'll meet again with another interesting episode from Geeta's Kitchen. Thank you.